Welcome back to Our Issues Milwaukee. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. It is the holiday season, and during this time every year, the fine folks at Potawatomi Hotel and Casino, they present Heart of Canal Street, their signature community event. And here to tell us about that and other exciting things going on at Potawatomi is Ryan Admunson. He's a public relations specialist at Potawatomi Hotel and Casino. Hi, Ryan.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
Great.
Always good to see
Good
you.
to see you too.
And this is the 25th year of Potawatomi's Heart of Canal Street. That is pretty amazing. For those at home who are not familiar, tell us more about it.
Sure. It's our signature community program, and it really goes back to our tribe and how they feel a priority should be placed on giving younger children a leg up and a really firm foundation. So what we do every year is, thanks to our bingo guests, our very generous bingo guests, we play a special game during every session between August and December. It's either $3 or $7. Half of the money goes to the fundraising efforts and half of the money goes to the winner of that game. So it's a real win-win situation.
Yep.
It's a lot of fun to raise money for kids in this manner. And then on December 13th, we'll close things up. That'll be the end of the game. And on December 17th, we'll be announcing how much we've raised for 31 fantastic kids charities here in southeastern Wisconsin.
31 charities. That is amazing. So over the years, you've raised over $18 million. And if I'm correct, last year you raised $1.7 million.
Yeah.
So all of these charities will be getting money divided up to help out with their programs and services. And this is how you're able to give back and help change the lives of children and their families right here in our community.
That's for sure. And you know, it's funny, you mentioned this being a 25-year-old program. How much has changed over the years?
Oh,
That first year, it was a little less than a month-old or a month-long campaign. We raised a little over $100,000 that year, and each charity got about $4,500. Last year, we raised, like you said, about $1.1 million. Each charity got about $35,000.
Wow.
So it's really come a long way, and we really have our bingo guests to thank for their efforts. And this money is going to a diverse swath of organizations throughout the community. They are putting food on tables. They are putting books in their hands. They are, putting roofs over these kids' heads and giving them the services they need to form a strong foundation for success in the future.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. And we can't name all 31
I wouldn't be able to remember all of them.
But we can give people at home an opportunity to kind of understand what a few of them are. So City Year Milwaukee, there's Dance Works, Hunger Task Force, Neighborhood House of Milwaukee, and Junior Achievement of Wisconsin, which is just, like I said, a tip of the iceberg. But you start off with the 10 charities, right?
Correct.
And then you get 20 more charities that are randomly selected. And then December 17th, like you said, you will announce the grand total of how much is raised. But there's one really extra special organization, and that's the one that Potawatomi handpicks, because these other organizations actually, they asked to be considered, right?
Correct. Yeah,
Okay.
I can go through the process here. Our charity of choice is selected by the casino. We started this program a couple years ago. We had never, as an organization or as a business, been able to choose one of the charities that gets to benefit from these funds. So a couple years ago, we went through a branding change, and we decided, hey, now would be a good time to start this program. So we started the charity of choice. We look at issues that are facing the Milwaukee community. We bring forth a number of these organizations that are addressing these issues to a committee. They take a look at what they're going to do with these dollars, and then ultimately select one organization. And this year, we chose Pathfinders. They help homeless youth in our community, and this year they'll be using their $100,000 grant to address sex trafficking in our community, which we felt is an issue that needs to be addressed.
Absolutely, and ironically, we just had the president and CEO of Pathfinders, Tim Bach, here talking about the organization and the great things they do. So I do have a little clip so people can have a better understanding of what Pathfinders is all about.
Well, as you mentioned, we're approaching our 50th anniversary here in the community. And I would say in the last decade, we've really expanded our services for older adolescents and young adults, because we saw a critical unmet need in our community for those transition age young people who may legally be adults, but developmentally were still adolescents. And as young adults were really struggling and floundering in terms of the services and resources that they needed, but could not access within the adult service system.
And that really sums it up as to why you were able to, pinpoint Pathfinders and say this is one of those organizations that we want to help, right?
Yeah, we brought a number of organizations to the committee, and all of them brought forth some impressive submissions, impressive applications. But Pathfinders did a fantastic job of laying the problem out about how impactful this is, the work that they're doing, how impactful that this is to this particular issue, one that really needs to be addressed here in Milwaukee.
Yeah, and I should mention those first 10 charities they are sponsored by different media outlets in the area. So it's a really nice process, and everyone gets a fair chance each and every year, right?
Certainly, yeah. Our media partners do for their help with the program and promoting the program. They're allowed to select a charity of their own. So we have 10 of those, and those are selected, and we announce those in August. And then in November, we get about 150 applicants for the program every year, and then we choose 20 of them at random. And we did that in November. Got to choose 20 fantastic charities. They all are doing great work here in our community. And we'll be announcing our fundraising efforts and distributing dollars to those organizations in December.
All right. So kind of moving on to other great things that are happening at Potawatomi. You guys are in phase 2 of the hotel construction. So it's added to the skyline. It's absolutely beautiful. Where are you with this construction?
Sure. It's amazing. We broke ground on it just about a year ago, and it's up. Now they're moving work inside now. They've enclosed the project. They will be lifting the huge letters for the top of the building and placing them, at least they're scheduled to, toward the end of December. Never know with weather here in southeastern Wisconsin. But that's the plan right now. We should be open in June of next year, or excuse me, in summer of next year.
Okay.
June is hopefully we'll be far enough along to do a soft opening at that point. But later in the summer, we should be opening to the public. But it's going to be wonderful. We'll be adding about 150 rooms to the hotel. A lot of those are going to be suites. We're about half and half suites and standard hotel rooms. We'll be adding a spa to the property, some more meeting space. So we're really excited to get moving on that.
Things are definitely growing, and with the continual growth of property, that means an increase in employment, increased contributions to the community, like Heart of Canal, and increased share revenue payments to local governments. So all of these things are a win-win, right?
Certainly. With you were talking about the jobs, and it goes in a couple different directions. In order to take care of the extra guests that we'll be seeing with the opening of the hotel, we have to hire some more people. So we plan on hiring 50 new people and new positions for the opening of this second tower. But in addition to that, the construction work that's been going on, we've literally had to give hundreds of people jobs to build this beautiful new tower for us.
That's great news.
It's really fulfilling to be able to create jobs like that for our community.
Yeah, it's great news indeed. And for anyone who has not been to Potawatomi in a really long time, they'll be amazed when they roll through the Menominee Valley and see how much has grown, and really inside the casino. Absolutely amazing restaurants, I just have to say that.
Thank you.
The food's amazing. But you have the Northern Lights Theater, of course, which is a great venue for entertainment. Seats about 500 people, so there's not a bad seat in the house. But this is a great time for people who are looking for something to do during the holiday season. You've got some pretty big shows coming up, right?
Some awesome Christmas shows coming up. John McGivern, a local favorite, will be performing his show, More Holiday Tales with John McGivern. tonight, I believe, and then he has a few dates next week.
Okay.
We've got Colors of Christmas on December 3rd with Peebo Bryson, Taylor Dane, Denise Williams, and John Cicada. So some great names in R&B will be coming in to perform some holiday favorites for folks. We've got Melissa Etheridge coming in. She'll be wonderful. Go to paysbig.com for more information on all those shows.
Yes, and for those who need to make a phone call, they can call 1-800-PAYS-BIG. They just got to remember the Pays Big, it'll get you there every time, right?
Yeah, that or the website, for sure.
Yes, for sure. And one last thing as we wrap up, of course, downtown Milwaukee has this brand spanking new streetcar, and Potawatomi Hotel and Casino is the sponsor. You guys put out $10 million to sponsor this, and really what that means is you've given everyday people an opportunity to ride the streetcar for absolutely free for a year. Talk about the importance of that in less than a minute.
Sure, we're blessed to be as successful as we are down there, and giving back to the community is something that the tribe and our leadership has put a priority on. So last year we were approached to help with the streetcar, and because of that donation, or because of that funding, for the first year people will be able to ride for free. They're currently doing that. Numbers to this point are really good, and everybody's very happy about them. So it's a great marketing opportunity for us. It's a great way to give back to the community and move Milwaukee forward.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here today, and I think I speak for a lot of people when I say thank you for the way Potawatomi gives back to the community, helping make a difference. Thank you again.
Thanks, Andrea.
It's always a pleasure. Ryan Admunson is the Public Relations Specialist at Potawatomi Hotel and Casino. Keep in mind the Heart of Canal Street goes through December 13th, and for more information on how you can help make a difference, visit paysbig.com or call 1-800-PAYS-BIG. That's going to do it for today's show. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. As always, thank you for watching, and I do hope you join us again next week as we take another look at our issues, Milwaukee. Have a great day.